Hey guys, it's Spacey Sins, and we are back with more Lover Pretend. I do not have the bird with me. I know at the end of the last part I said I was going to go get the bird. I'm recording this directly after the last part, because that's how we do things. Sometimes I have to record, like, 2 things at once. Anyway, he is an asshole and did not want to come with me, so he is probably going to stay downstairs and start screaming again, because he's a jerk face. Anyway, we're trying our recording software again, because you know what? After I reinstalled it, we did that almost, because, I mean, the last part was probably going to be like an hour and 10 minutes, because, you know, whatever. But we did like a 50-minute chunk, and it didn't fuck up, so, like, maybe reinstalling it helped. We're going to cross our fingers and hope we can do this in one part, and not 50 million, because it took me like an hour and 45 minutes to get through. Actually, yeah, when I first started. Which, I mean, it was like an hour and 10-minute part, but that's like wasting 30 fucking minutes. Like, or was it? Wow, was it even longer than that? I don't even remember, but I mean, seriously, I wasted a fuck ton of time, and it's like, I don't have that much time to waste. Like, a couple of minutes in between recordings if I have to do multiple, but like, I can't afford to waste, like, an extra 30 minutes for every hour we record, because then we have to waste 30 minutes in this one messing with things and re-downloading stuff and doing that. That's an extra hour I could have recorded. You know what I mean? Like, or, you know, done anything else, like eat. Like, what the shit? So, anyway, we're gonna hope and pray everything's okay. Once in a while having these issues is fine, but like, it's one of those, like, everything is falling apart all at once right now. I'm also sweating to death. Jesus. It went from, like, fucking summer. Literally a week ago, my mom was here because I had a doctor's appointment. And the day we were going, I'm like, I can't fit into any of my fucking clothes. Because, like, I've just gained so much fucking weight from doing nothing. And, like, being home and just being depressed about all these health issues and, like, whatever, and you don't think it affects you, but you do when you're like, I just want to eat chips. And, like, so I'm like, none of my clothes really fit, and, like, plus the test I was going for, like, I'm like, I can't put on Spanx, which will kind of hold things in and make me feel a little bit better. Like, you have to wear comfortable clothes. I'm like, I'm not comfortable going out in public without, like, fuck, some kind of fat sucker thing on, you know? And, like, unless I'm wearing a baggy hoodie, which, when it's, like, 100 fucking degrees, you can't. And then 2 days later, it's like, it is so fucking cold, I had to turn my heat back on. I had my air conditioner on, it was so fucking hot in here. And now my heat's back on. I mean, it's not coming on because it's still warm in here. But it's like, seriously, this re-wintering, I don't like it. I also don't like summer. So, like, where the fuck was spring? It didn't happen. It went from winter to fucking summer. We skipped over spring, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I want spring and fall, not summer and winter. What the hell? Stupid planet. Stupid sun making the stupid planet stupid hot. Stupid people making it worse. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. So, we're still in chapter 6. We'll probably, I guess, start chapter 7, but I really am very confused about what's going to happen in chapter 7 unless it's just happy good fun times. So, we'll see. A few days after Harumi returned home, he texted me to say he wanted to see the drama my mother wrote. I invited him to my room since I figured it'd be easier to relax there and hold hands and make out a little. Here, and my father sent this along since he knew I was coming over to see you. Sakura Mochi! Thank you! Let me get us some tea. So you're talking with your father now? Yeah, I guess. It'd be so awkward at times, though. Oh? He said one time he caught me staying up late watching something in my room. He was surprised it was anime. He'd assumed it was, you know, something else. That wins points for his dad, though. I mean, okay, again, you were gonna throw out his anime and that's douchey, but, like, this, he's like, oh, I'm surprised you're watching anime, I thought it was porn. That is, like, a weird thing to say. Oh, that would have, my dad would have said that, but he wouldn't have been embarrassed about it. He would have been like, I would have figured it was porn. Dad, Jesus, what the hell? Something else? Like what? What else would Harumi have been watching? Oh, girl, you're so naive. All I knew is he liked action hero shows. It's just forget I said anything. I tilted my head in confusion at why he was suddenly so flustered, but I let it go. It was time to start watching the DVD. I think it's just so funny that she has like no clue that like. I mean, I can understand if you're like what? And he's like porn, and you're like, oh, because maybe he didn't think, but she's just like, huh, okay. Like, girl, you're not that stupid. Come on. You're not that innocent. Let's be real. I didn't expect to be so moved by this. There were tears in his eyes as he let out a heavy sigh. I love it when he looks at us like this. This is adorable face. No matter how many times I watched it, I was always enraptured as well. Right? Mr. Makino really is an amazing director to shoot a film like this. No, it's like he said. It's because your mother's script was so good. My mother's script was indeed wonderful. I knew that very well. But a production couldn't exist with just a script. And that's the thing everybody kind of has to take part. Like, shitty direction in a brilliant script isn't going to make the movie good. All the pieces kind of have to come together. You could be like, everything was great except for this one person in the movie. This ruined it, but everything else was good. You know what I mean? But if you have like a mediocre script and really great direction, it's like, there was a lot of things in this that are great, but the script fell flat. You know what I mean? And really shitty direction. The script can be great, but if you have bad actors and bad directing, it's really not going to do any good. Like, you got to have a lot of pieces to get the script to shine through. You know what I mean? No matter how beautifully the words are arranged, they alone wouldn't have made this film such a moving one. Exactly. The quality of the work isn't just from the script. The visuals, the tempo, the editing, it all comes together. And it did so thanks to the director's skill. I added that it was the same for anime, which got Harumi to agree. It's odd. Usually when someone complimented my father, I didn't care. Now I feel a little proud. Why don't you tell him that? It'll make him happy. Not yet. Okay. But if I keep getting to know him better, I think I'll be able to one day. That made me happy to hear. It would take a long time for Harumi to resolve his complex feelings for his father, which are understandable. But the fact that he was able to be positive about it made me happy, as if it were my own closure. Right? So we're just going to forget that we don't have a dad now. See? Totally not a point anymore. Maybe in Asagi's route, but again, if they make his dad my dad, I'm going to be really annoyed. Your family, I'm sure you'll come to an understanding eventually. So, I hope you're right. The more you talk to each other, the more you'll get to know one another. I suppose. Although for future reference, I don't want to hear how we got together with Mother. Oh, but... What? Neither of them seem to talk much. Maybe they're like us. We just got each other. Oh, we just get each other, sorry. That's a possibility. Yeah, I think they're pretty similar. Yeah? That might be nice. I'll make sure to talk to them from now on. Both my father and mother. And of course, you too. Yeah. If anything happens, I'll always go to you first. Now hold hands and kiss. Oh, I think this might be chapter 7. Chapter 7! He looks good in the title card. He's also got like 82-foot long fingers. Like, what the hell? Spider fingers. As we continued to talk as time passed by. We talked as if we hadn't seen each other in ages, even though it had really only been a couple days. The next volume of the anime DVD I'd borrowed, but hadn't discussed yet, was already out too. Let's go buy it together. Anaphyte sells it, right? Oh, well, but you always buy stuff online, right? Well, Anaphyte has the better bonus items, but... I'm just wondering if you're really okay with it. Of course I am. I want to visit the other Atsaga pilgrimage sites too. There were so many left on your list. Though I guess it'd be more fun to go with the manga club than me. Of course not, and... Well, the manga club still thinks I quit. Regardless, I want to go with you. That is, of course, if what we talked about is still valid. What we talked about? That you and I have requited feelings? Of course! Like, stupid. God, he's an idiot. I love it. He's like, so we have feelings for each other. I want to be your boyfriend. And we kissed. And then we went to talk to your dad. And now a couple days later, we're watching the movie. He's like, are we still doing the idiot? I make fun of him, but that would absolutely be me. So, like, when we talked the other day about dating, so we're still doing that. 2 years later, are we still we're married, sweetie? I know, but I'm just checking. You're still into this. Are we still dating? We got married like 2 years ago. I know, but I'm just checking. Like, just making sure. Like, yeah, check in every once in a while, you know? I'm glad. Romi's reassured smile was so gentle, it made my heart flutter. I mean, I can kind of understand because the moment got interrupted. It was like, we have requited feelings and we're talking, I want to be your boyfriend and you kissed me, and then we went and confronted your dad. So, like, the cold demeanor I'd seen when we first met was long gone from his face. I know, now he's just blushy all the time. And, well, yes? He sounded like he wanted to say something, but his gaze wandered around as if trying to find the right words. You want some fresh tea? We've been talking for so long, yours must be cold. No, I'll drink it. There's plenty if you want more. Yeah, okay. I'm so happy. I love this. Love what? Sakura mochi. I rarely buy it for myself. I like it too. Aww. How awkward. We were like, I love this. He's like, love what? What? Me? Yeah, I love you too. What's the matter, Harumi? You seem so restless. Well, can I hug you? Huh? Never mind me. Just kidding. It's just, you were sitting so close and not that I was thinking anything inappropriate. Or was I? No. We've only been a couple for a few days. It's way too early to be thinking those kinds of thoughts. And this is why your dad thought you were watching porn. Harumi, chill. Sorry, I lost my composure. Please don't trouble yourself with it. You're being all proper again. I'm in completely uncharted waters here. Sorry for being awkward. Harumi, I don't mind. What? It's okay to hug, you know? Then, here I come, I guess. Well, you can hug me. Okay, here I come. Oh my god, they make this so awkward. I love it. Harumi came to my side and sat next to me. Are we going to get a CG? It was just like how we sat in the park the other day. Except this time it was warm and we knew we both liked each other. Oh, look at our face. It's so pretty and sweet. She's just like so happy. Oh, this is adorable. He leaned into me and put his arms around me. Though he was slightly tense, I relaxed into the hug and squeezed him close. This is so sweet. Warm. So are you. I could feel it. I hear your heartbeat. I hear yours too. Going so fast. Sat in silence for a moment, listening to our hearts beating for each other. Stop it. Oh. And it's so funny because she's just like holding him and has this look like, oh, I like it here. This is nice. And it's sweet and gentle. And his is like, I'm like never gonna let you go. And there's like a little almost like intense, I don't want to say desperation, but there's an intensity in his face that's like, nope, never gonna let you go. Like, it's like a tension. There is like something, it's just like, I just love it. It's just like, you know, he's like kind of like trying to hold back from like literally squeezing the life out of us. How could it not in a situation like this? I never realized how small you are. Am I? Or are you just big? Even with just a light hug, his arms were all around me, wrapping me up. He was like a warm, gentle blanket. Mind being so close to me? If you do. It's you, so I'm fine. Okay. So, I know you're strong, and you can do anything by yourself. But if something happens, don't hesitate to call on me. Hi, you had a chance to come up here, buddy. I don't want to listen to you screaming. You play nice. Like, you had a chance. Learn to fly upstairs, jerkbag. I love you. In fact, you can always rely on me. Do you trust that as a favor to me? What's with this all of a sudden? I've been thinking about it, and as awkward as they may be, I still have my parents. Lost your family and have yet to find your father. Must have days where you felt lonely or insecure. Sweet fucking Jesus! We made it 15 minutes. I swear to God, I can't deal with this right now. I cannot fucking deal with this. Okay. Alright. Well, anyway. Gonna be another one of those parts that's like chopped into 70 million parts because okay. Anyway. We caught up in the middle of this, so. You must have days where you felt lonely or insecure. But now, you have me. Warmth flared in my chest. Spacey, sorry. Did I say something wrong again? No. Thank you. I whispered the words in my heart, unable to say them aloud. I know there's still a lot I can't do, but I stand by what I said. Yeah. I could still hear his heartbeat. I listened carefully to it. I feel like I found a piece I've always been missing inside. That was more touching and heartwarming the first time when I read this line, but like now I'm pissed off and annoyed, so like it doesn't have the nice feeling because now I'm just like bitter and angry. But it is nice and touching and a beautiful romantic sentiment, but my freaking recording software is such a piece of shit that it's ruining my life. I closed my eyes and leaned into his strong, gentle arms. The busy hours turned into days, and the movie production continued without a hitch. Sorry, there was no on in there. Christmas was just around the corner, but I barely had time to think about it with my days jam-packed. Once the new year began, shooting would start. We were counting down the seconds. Here, let me carry this. The problem is, because I thought the music would stop, the music didn't stop when it froze, like the music's still going, and it's like, oh, okay. Rumi frequented the studio often then. He'd retracted his resignation and stayed on as Director Makino's assistant. He used to act like he was only following orders, but now he's actively looking for jobs to do. He seems so much happier. I see him talking to the other staff members more too. Most importantly, you could tell he was enjoying himself just by looking. When I asked him why, he said there was a lot to learn on the job, even if it wasn't related to anime. He's matured so much. Boy, he's sure turned a corner. He's barely the same reckless guy he was after having that tiff with you, little lady. You mean the rumor that he was always over at your place having drinks? Ha! If only. That would have been hilarious. Part of me wants to have seen that too. Honestly, him being all mopey and depressed still made him a handful, you know? He was? He wants to keep it under wraps. He cares too much about appearances. I'm just glad it's settled now. Yeah, me too. Oh, I thought you told me you broke up with him. Oops, I forgot. After we met in the cafe that day, things moved so quickly and got so busy, I forgot to tell him we'd made up. Zaina was the main reason we'd gotten back together in the first place. It feels embarrassing to tell him we made up after all this time. Well... Besides, when I'd said we broke up, we'd been a fake couple. Now we were a real couple. Did I need to explain all that as well? I wouldn't even know where to begin. I really needed to discuss it with Harumi. So, did you two really break up? Well, no, actually... You broke up? Kazuma? But I thought you two made up. Kazuma had me cornered. Huh? You seemed depressed, and I heard rumors that Makino ran away from home. But you talked with Yukito, and I thought everything got fixed. Wait, did you get dumped by him? No, wait a second. That's not what happened. You don't have to hide it. It must be true since you're not denying it outright. He'll pay. Calm down. How could I? Just you wait, Makino. Did you call for me? Whoa! Kazuma jumped back, surprised by Harumi's sudden appearance. Speak of the devil. What are you talking about? You, of course, and how you dumped your girlfriend. Is it true? What? Of course not. Why would I? Rumi, well, remember how some stuff happened? Sina told me you ran away from home, and I told him about us breaking up. Remember when you yelled at me and told me I was annoying? I kind of assumed. Oh. So that's why I was thinking I should just update Sina and also thank him for his help. Thank me? Why? Because you gave me the push I needed. In that case, you should really be thanking Kamakubo. Deer in headlights over there. What do you mean, Nishijima? He heard the rumors and was worried about you, so he asked Sena to... Nishijima, don't! At his outburst, I looked over and saw Kazuma's face was bright red and guilty looking. I know, but I like his guilty, pouty, blushy face. Look, he's a little mad cat. He's a little mad... pouty, angry face, but it's so cute! Stop it! Then the reason Sena came to me was because of you, Kazuma? Boo! You spoiled the secret, Nishijima. But why? The delicate workings of a man's heart. Delicate workings of a man's heart? Someone he cares for is troubled over a boy she likes, filling him with conflicting feelings of concern and jealousy. Unable to act on his own, he came crying to me, a true master of these situations. And for some reason I was dragged in as well. It sounds like we caused everyone a lot of trouble without realizing it. I'm sorry. Especially to you, Kazuma. It's fine. So what happened? Are you two really not together anymore, or... Well... Of course we made up. We're dating now. We're all lovey-dovey and such. Seriously? Wow! To think I'd hear the word lovey-dovey come from Harumi's mouth. Agreed. I'm serious. Unless you're lying. It's kinda sus. Sound like you're trying too hard. You did fight, yeah? Yes, we did. It could be our Harumi is bluffing. Harumi glanced in my direction. He looks like he needs some help. We did have a fight, but we made up after that. I didn't hear anything about it. Well, we've been busy. So you two are all lovey-dovey right now? How much? Thank God we're really dating now. Did you want us to kiss in front of you? Because I'll do it. I would have called their bluff like that anyway. So what? What? You want me to kiss him in front of you? I'll do it. I'll kiss all y'all. Where's Asagi? I'll kiss him too. Where's Hanai? He's not my dad. It's fine. Turns out he is my dad. Then that would be inappropriate. Oh, dear God. Please don't make him my dad now after we've just gotten to past the point where we're like, all right, I guess he's not my dad. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good God. Anyway. A whole lot? She actually said it. If I didn't, none of you would believe me. I'm still not convinced. Come on. Show us just how mushy you are. Well, since I started dating Harumi, I've been able to write my scripts much more easily. What? Before, I often got feedback that my romance scripts lacked realism or my characters didn't seem alive. But now that I'm with him, I can understand my character's emotions better. I guess you could say their dialogue doesn't sound forced. It's coming more naturally now. So you're saying you're using your experiences with him as a reference? Experiences? Wait, have you two already gotten that far? Whoa. Actually, this is an inappropriate conversation. It's an appropriate conversation for me to have with my man harem members. Like, it's fine. We're all open here, okay? In a normal situation where I am only dating Harumi, that is an inappropriate topic of conversation, Kazuma. Especially in a group setting. I mean, we are besties, so maybe we're going to share that information, but I just don't see that happening. But in a man harem situation, like, it's only fair that they know, right? But, you know. But this game's got to give me the man harem in order to have this be appropriate, that's all I'm saying. What? Of course not. This is still Harumi, after all. What that's supposed to mean? that you're still a child.
You did run away from home.
Ugh. Harumi held his head in his hands at a loss. Stop picking on him. And I'm sorry for making you worry. Thank you, Sena, Nishijima, and Kazuma. Really sorry, but thank you. We're fine now. Not like I was... No, really, I'm happy. Congrats. I kind of like that he's a little jealous, but he's like, no, I'll be happy for you because I care about you. Good boy.
Bravo, Kazuma.
Thanks. The delicate workings of a man's heart. I've been enlightened. That's so mean, Nishijima. Everyone laughed. Harumi smiled too. It's like so funny because like they're basically pointing out like, oh, well, he's just like jealous because he loves you, but he wants you to be happy. But with him, you know what I mean? It's like, don't, like, look, we knew that that was where Kazuma was going to go, right? Because he's the childhood friend. But like, you don't have to kind of remind us of that in every single route because that makes it hurt more. When you're like, oh, stop, I don't want him pining away from me when I love him, you know? It makes me feel bad. At least they kind of handled it better here, but they still give you the hint that he's into you, and it's like, you didn't need to do that. I know, but you don't have to keep reminding me. Don't remind me. Quibbles aside, everyone was getting along much better. With everyone comfortable and chatting, the mood on set continued to improve. On our way home, we walked side by side, heading in the same direction. I asked something that had been on my mind for a while. How's everything at college? You said you quit the manga club? Yeah, I told them I changed my mind. Oh, good. I talked to them and apologized. They welcomed me back with open arms, which I'm grateful for. Although, some people were disappointed that I went back to being an anime fan. But Kuzuryu and the two girls who converted were happy about it. So I visit them when I have time. It's really great talking about anime again. That's great. I was happy Harumi was having fun, of course, but I don't like it. Harumi noticed I was looking away. When he caught sight of my expression, his eyes widened in surprise. What's wrong? Are you mad about something? No, I'm fine. Could this be the dreaded jealousy? Yes. Actually jealous? I am not! I am. I absolutely am. I am. I debated on how to answer, but decided to be honest. Oh, he's like, oh, you're jealous over me. That's so cute. Oh, I didn't think I'd actually be right. We were a new couple, and I felt embarrassed being jealous over something so trivial. I didn't want him to think I was weird either. No, this is normal. I hesitantly looked up at his reaction. He was speechless, his hand over his mouth. Harumi? This is bad. What is? I can't stop grinning. Oh, look at his adorable little face with his plushy cheeks. It's cute. Cute. So cute. Wow. Am I being too clingy? Isn't it more normal to let these things go? No. It's fine. It makes me feel special and desired. Really? And plus, I told everyone at the club that we made up, so I don't think anyone will try to ask me out. Everyone understands how much I like you. Oh, they do? He told everyone he must really mean everyone. A little embarrassing, but... And everyone there likes you. Not like me. I mean, they all see you as an ally. Really? Operation TAS. The fact you thought about me and everyone else. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I read that weird, but it was right. It just in my brain. My brain just literally blue screen for a hot second. So I guess my computer software like has just transferred itself to me and just not processing. Wow. The fact you thought about me and everyone else and helped out made them really happy. I didn't know that. I'm glad to hear it. It was only a month ago, but looking back on it felt nostalgic. I thought it was because so much had happened since. Kuzuryu had become a momentary heartthrob until he changed back to his old clunky glasses because the attention was tiring. He's like, Clark Kent this shit. Can I come visit them again? Of course.
I'm sure they'd be really happy to see you. I may end up being jealous next time.
Really? Rumi blushed and he looked away. He was already a little jealous of Kazuma, so.
By the way, do you have any Christmas plans?
Not really. I don't have any friends to spend it with, and I'll be on winter break. I don't have friends. You have Kazuma and his mom! Like, you know that they would take you in. We don't have to work on the 25th, right?
Yeah, a lot of the actors have jobs that day, so we can get them all in. After the new year begins, we'll have to film without breaks for a while. The father said we should get the day off. And, well, he asked me if I would spend this year with them as a family.
Oh, that sounds nice. Their family had been fractured for so long, it was good he'd spend some time with them. I could see him any day, after all. Still, it makes me a little sad.
Celebrating with them at my age, though. And I have a girlfriend now.
But you've never done something like this before, right? I don't think age matters. Also, yeah, and usually, like, at least, I don't know, the way in my family, it's like, yeah, you might have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but you spend Christmas with your family. They're like, okay, peace out, going to my girlfriend's. You know what I mean? Even as an adult, you might, like, oh, we go to your girlfriend's, like, family's house, or then you go to your boyfriend's family, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you go back and forth, and you split your Christmases, but you still spend it with your family. And we've been dating, like, a couple of weeks, so, like, I mean, technically, we fake dated for, like, at least a month or two, a couple months in there, right? If we were dating, if it was fake dating in, like, September. So it's been, like, 2+ months of fake dating, and then a couple of weeks of real dating, but, like, not enough time to be like, fuck my family, going to my girlfriend's. You know what I mean? Like, family still matters. Like,
I guess. The father and I have both been away from home more often than not.
Your poor mother! Then you have even more reason to spend it with them this year. You may think they'll always be there, but one day they can suddenly disappear. She knows.
I'll spend the day with my family, but I want to be with you too. I know it's greedy.
Huh?
That's why I told Father that if you were okay with it, I wanted you to join us too.
Well, yeah, they'll be my in-laws soon, so sure. Me like, you've only been dating for a couple of weeks. Spend it with your family. Don't worry about your girlfriend. But we're also gonna be your wife soon, so whatever. I mean, fair. It wasn't really specifically saying for this game, like, he can't spend it with us, but it's like, in reality, like, you've only been dating for a couple of weeks. You still spend Christmas with your family. You know what I mean? What?
Is it that surprising? And my parents know about you. There's nothing to hide anymore. Nothing to fear. That sounds a bit weird to say out loud.
Harumi gave a wry smile and added that the last time I came over, a lot had happened. Well, I mean, yes, the last time I came over, a lot did happen. I don't know, I guess when I was reading that, I thought it meant to say, like, after I came over, a lot happened. But I guess either way works. Okay, they really won't mind?
Both Father and my mother said they'd be happy to have you, so don't worry about that. Just decide what you're comfortable with.
The fact his parents both agreed made me very happy. Glad I'm welcomed, but isn't it a big deal to spend time with his parents? I didn't know for sure, but it made me nervous to know that we were dating with his parents' approval. Why, you want to date without his parents' approval? Last time I visited, it was pretty tense. I should use this opportunity to properly introduce myself. With your blessing, I'd like to be with your son. No, wait, that sounded like a proposal. I should look up how to introduce yourself to your boyfriend's family when I get home. Hi, I'm Spacey. Nice to meet you. I swear I'm not having sex with your son. Yet. Maybe don't say the whole last part. Not the yet part, but I mean the whole other. Just, hi, I'm Spacey. Nice to meet you type of a thing. Okay, then. Thank you for the invitation. I'd love to spend Christmas with you. Plus, you technically already met them, but I understand a real proper introduction, but
Thank you. I'm such a lucky guy.
Aren't you overreacting a little? But it made you giggle, girl, so it ain't too bad, ain't it? I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, but if we made it like 15 fucking minutes?
Oh, we've had almost 20 minutes. Oh my god, guys, it's been almost 20 minutes.
Stupid fucking recordings. Whatever. After I got the Christmas invite, I spent a lot of time researching things. The big day was close at hand. College was on winter break, and I didn't need to work that week, so I had plenty of spare time. I may have been invited, but I'm still going to a family celebration. I need to make sure I'm not rude. I'm meticulously focused on every detail, from what gift to bring to my outfit. I already think I'm his weird friend. His father knows me a little, but his mother must think I'm really odd. There was no way I could explain I was only pretending to be his girlfriend, came over as a friend, and now was his actual girlfriend. Yeah, that makes you sound odder. It even confuses me sometimes. I also didn't know how Harumi explained things to them, if he did. The more I think about it, the more stressed I get. Another thing to worry about was, what should I give him as a present? The poster, frame it. Presents were a staple of the holiday, whether you were family, friend, or lover. I had to give him something. If I was going to give him a gift, I wanted it to be something he'd really enjoy, that poster framed. The more I considered, the more worried I got. I guess this was just how holidays were. What Harumi likes is anime. But he's bought just about anything he'd want on his own. I can't recommend a series he doesn't know, since he's introduced me to everything. It'd be awkward if I gave him something he already has. If I couldn't get him anything anime related, I needed to find something else. I can't believe this girl is so goddamn dense. Okay, I don't normally, I think she's been a great character so far, and now I'm like, seriously? You're so naive, you have no idea his dad was talking about porn, and now the poster's sitting there staring you in the goddamn face. You were already like, oh, I wanted to give it to him as a gift, and you still are not thinking, frame it and give it, oh my god, girl. God, you're so dumb. She's being an idiot right now. She's gonna come to that conclusion, but it's like, get there already! I was frowning down at my phone screen when it suddenly rang. It was Director Makino. Hello? Ueda speaking.
This is Harumi's father. My apologies for bothering you, but I wish to discuss something with you.
He wanted to discuss Harumi's present. They'd spent a long time apart, and their relationship once Harumi returned had been strained. He had no idea what Harumi liked. I confessed I was stumped about it too, so we decided to exchange ideas at a later date. Oh my god, that's kind of cute though.
I'm glad I can rely on you. Thank you.
Likewise, sir. Thank you for the help. You can't give the poster to give to his dad to give to him. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? That's something that you won, and you want to give it to him. That has to be from you. But I don't know what dad would be like. I don't know, maybe make him, can you get, cool shelves made that have, LED lights in them, light up his anime collection or something, or, a display shelf for, anime figures, because you're like, I'm okay, that'll show him you approve of his hobby. Because you got him this cool shelf to display his figures in. I'm just saying, I don't know if he collects that stuff, but that would be something, you know? We chose when and where to meet, then hung up. Now, what should I give him? I felt a little more excited about the hunt now that I had someone to talk to about it. Oh my god, I can't believe she's not going to think about this poster. Jesus Christ, you idiot. And then she's going to give it to him and then be like, I thought so hard as the poster was sitting in front of me and I already know I wanted to give it to you. I mean, what did I say the second we won that? We have to win it for our boyfriend. We had to take 3 months to get here? Jesus. The next day, amid his busy schedule, I met Mr. Makino at a cafe. He arrived a few minutes after our scheduled meeting time. Of course, we're arriving fashionably late.
My apologies for being late.
It's alright, I just arrived myself.
So you were late too? Terrible. Can't have my boy dating this girl? Just kidding. I didn't imagine I'd be talking with you like this.
Me neither. I'm sorry I haven't been able to properly introduce myself yet. How's Harumi lately? He sometimes talks about his family with me.
Indeed? He must trust you. We've yet to have a lively conversation ourselves, but we are talking more nowadays.
He was looking more like a devoted father now. When he talked about Harumi, his stern visage as a director disappeared, and he sounded warmer and gentler.
When he returned to Japan, he had an empty look in his eyes and pushed everyone away. He seemed to want to shut everyone out. I wanted to help him, but I must have been too strict. and now I must live with the shame of my thoughtless decisions. Again, like, okay, whoops. I feel for this, like, this whole situation, and you're like, okay, again, if you take the chucking out all of his anime possessions, you take that whole scenario out, the rest of it, it kind of like, it's fine. I have no problems with that. He's cold and aloof because he doesn't know. He's awkward like Harumi, so he doesn't know how to be a dad to him, and he sent him away, but he doesn't let him come home because then he'll never let him leave again, and like, because he wants his kid with him, but he thought it was better for him, and he just doesn't know how to explain that to his child. Like, all of that, sure. But then it's like but then why? And then I can also understand the, like, well, I was just thinking anime was stupid, so I told him he has to get rid of all of his shit, but I realized that was wrong, I should like his hobbies, or whatever. Okay, but when you pull in you told Asagi to go write for an anime, and you wish you could direct anime, but you couldn't break into that industry. The fuck? Then those two pieces don't make sense. Pick one or the other. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have both. It doesn't make sense. And they're never going to explain that. And that's what's going to annoy me. So, and I get the whole throwing out the anime thing was to show his father and like, oh my god, yeah, your father really is a dickbag. And then later, but again, don't have the whole little weird anime subplot of you told Asagi to go for it and then you even wanted to direct and couldn't get into it because, what? That makes all of his actions previously, like, you know? It'd be one thing if Harumi was like, I want to direct anime, and his father was like, no, that's stupid, that's not real, and then it's like, but you told Asagi once to go for it, and he's like, yeah, oh, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, but it's like my own son or something. Like, I don't know. I just think that could have been handled better, because it just doesn't piece together well. It's like 3 different pieces from 3 different puzzles, and you're like, this isn't working. You need to get the 3 pieces from the same puzzle that fit together. But they just didn't do a good job with that, you know? And again, there's always something in each one of these routes that comes across as like, this doesn't fucking fit here. What is this? It's like you've got this whole puzzle and everything's great, but you're like, the fuck is this random clock tower doing in the middle of this field of daisies? Because it's like you took like a section of a puzzle from like pieces from a different puzzle and slapped it in there and you're like, yeah! I'm like, no, doesn't go here. Totally out of place, you know? Not the best analogy, because maybe a clock tower is in the middle of a field of daisies. Who knows? But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, this doesn't fit. There's 2 different puzzles. Like, still like the game, though, but, like, there's just now, the further you get into it, you're like, yeah, you know, they just have a problem with keeping things making sense. It's like someone took some drugs, kept writing, and then later got sober again, and then kept writing. It was like 2 different people writing, and you're like, this, you just, anyway, it is what it is. So. Now he's trying to be a good dad, and we're going to forget about him, like, trying to throw out the anime, even though we're going to forget about that, I guess. Weird. Anyway. No, I'm sure Harumi understands. Well, eventually. I hear he's enjoying college more now. He talks about you the most, though. He must truly like you. If so, I'm happy to hear that. Hearing that directly from my boyfriend's father made my face turn bright red in combined happiness and embarrassment. As am I. He smiled gently as the drinks we'd ordered arrived. Our conversation had come to a brief lull. Maybe I can ask him now. I've asked this before, but do you have any idea who my father might be? You are still pursuing that? Oh, of course. I haven't had any leads since then. It could be any small detail. Can you think of anything that might help me? I'm afraid not. I did my best to recall, but I couldn't think of anything. Your mother and I never had the chance to talk about our private lives. I'm sorry I can't be more help to you. You see, I was disappointed, but it was what I expected. I took a drink to compose myself. Do you feel lonely? Pardon? My apologies. That was inconsiderate of me. No, it's all right. I've talked about this with Harumi before. I always thought I was lacking something because I had no father. That I was missing something as a person. It used to trouble me a lot, but Harumi's filled that empty part in me, so I'm better now. Really? I asked because I didn't think we'd have another opportunity to talk like this, but I'm surprised by how content I feel now. I see. Oh, I'm sorry for talking about just me. We need to discuss Harumi's Christmas present. Ah, yes, you're right. I know that he loves anime, but I'm afraid I don't know much about it. Yes, and when you're as knowledgeable about it as Harumi, it's really difficult. One comfort was that there was still plenty of anime merchandise available during Christmas. I scrolled on my phone, looking through ideas, when something caught my eye. Oh, it was a news article related to anime. A theme park's collaborating with Art Saga. Harumi would definitely love that. I was sure of it. Tickets to this! Plus, it was something he'd be hesitant to go to alone. What about this, sir? Art Saga and Hanamitsu Amusement Park are doing a collab! Atomic Saba, a popular theme park, had been collaborating with Art Saga since the start of December. They were something anticipating, and that's all I can read. I showed Mr. Makino my phone and briefly explained what it was. A popular theme park had been collaborating? What the hell just happened there? That's an accent I don't have. That's an accent I don't have just popping out. Anyway, had been collaborating with Art Saga since the start of December. I can't read right now. Okay, I'm serious. My computer problems are just transferring to me through my headset. They were likely anticipating a large turnout, having the event during Christmas. There was a limited edition merch, food, drinks, and rides. They put a lot of effort into this. Okay, so there's a limited edition theme park. Did they just take existing rides and jazz them up a little? Because I feel like that's a lot of work. Like, it takes a long time. I mean, it's not just like, oh, we're having an event in this area. It is like, when the Wizarding World of Harry Potter changes its rides, which it's now done, it's doing for the second time, like, they basically shut it down and there's like months to a year where you can't because they're changing everything. So, like, this is just a temporary Christmas thing? I mean, I get limited edition merch, food, drinks, because then you have the stands up and you can do pop-up stands with the merch and all the stuff around, but like, and rides. How are you doing rides? I mean, I guess you can kind of jazz up the outside of the ride or like put up things inside. So the ride itself is the same, but like as you're going through the roller coaster, there's like whatever throughout, like, you know, like the roller coaster area, like in the middle. So, oh, okay, it looks like this character or something. But like, you can't just like totally. I mean, I just feel like that takes a long time to do and a lot to do just for like a short window. The merch, food, and drinks and stuff, sure. Like, you know, they do events like that, like, at theme parks, but not usually, like, changing the rides. Like, anyway. They definitely put a lot of effort into it if they're changing rides. On top of that, there were special light shows held during the event in the evenings. This is at something or other? Yes, sir, Art Saga. It's something Harumi loves. I'm sure he'd be happy to have a ticket to this. Indeed. During one of our discussions, he described Art Saga as his favorite series. But if he's so enamored with it, wouldn't he have already gone? It's been open since the start of the month. No, if he'd gone, he definitely would have told me about it. Oh. Being so confident about this in front of his father is embarrassing. Of course, you're right. Yes. Please excuse my tone. Well, if you're sure of it, then it must be the right course of action. Oh, but I wonder if the crowds will be too much for him. Oh my god, his dad's gonna get him 2 tickets. Nobody wants to go to an amusement park by themselves. That's not fun. You go with for your friends. You go with one person or a group. You know what I mean? You could go to a movie by yourself. You could go to dinner by yourself. You don't go to an amusement park by yourself. That's not fun. You have to go with someone else. That's like a huge part of the enjoyment of an amusement park. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted him to enjoy it, but I also didn't want to push him too hard. I told his father my concerns, but he assured me it'd be fine. He's like, I'm not going to get him 1 ticket, you dumbass. If you attend with him, he'll be at ease. I hope so. Oh, but you were planning on having a party at your house on Christmas, right? Only because I couldn't think of anywhere else. It'd be nice to go out together as a family. It's been a while. And it's decided. A quick search showed that tickets were still available for Christmas Day. We decided we'd buy the tickets early and meet at the park entrance on Christmas, then concluded our strategic meeting. So, Harumi's parents are gonna go to, like, a theme park with us? This is a weird double date. This is the weirdest shit. Okay, so Kazuma had amnesia, and we are going on a double date to a theme park, an anime-themed theme park, with our boyfriend and his parents. That's not a typical trope you see, but we're doing this, I guess. I mean, it's a little bonkers, but sure. It'd be a secret present for Harumi. I bet he'll be surprised. I'm sure he will.
Seeing how happy he was at the prospect made me even more excited for Christmas to come. Or her parent, we're going to meet there, and this parent's going to be like, nah, you don't have to spend Christmas with us, son. Go have fun on rides with your girlfriend. We'll see you later. You know it's Christmas Eve. That's fine. When I left the cafe, I could hear festive Christmas music from every store I passed. Each window was brightly decorated with lights and decals, making the street vibrant. Everything used to look so gray before Harumi came into my life. Aww. Stop it. After that, I kept in contact with Mr. Makino since we didn't have many days left to iron out the details for the big day. Still, he was busy with his directorial duties, so I did most of the work and reported to him. I managed to snag Harumi a pre-order ticket that came with a bonus. When I saw it, I was so glad I'd bought the ticket right away. After I made the purchase, the listing was marked as sold out, so I got the last one. When I informed Mr. Makino, he said he'd get the regular ticket for me and the rest of the family. Regular tickets. Okay, yeah. I was planning on getting my own ticket, so I initially declined, but he said it was his thanks for helping out, so I thanked him and took him up on his kind offer. So like you could get regular tickets, but these are special edition kind of ones that probably cost more, but whatever. But that's nice. We got him the special one. Aww. Afterward, I dedicated myself to learning the park map, attractions, and collab menu as if I were cramming for an exam. Perfect! With this, Operation HO3 will be a success! HO3? Okay, Harumi something. I'm starting to sound like Harumi. I decided on a schedule I thought he'd most enjoy, and the forecast called for 100% clear skies. And part of going to a theme park is being like, we want to go to this area and this is what we want to do, but not planning out every single step. Come on. All that was left to do was wait. But I love the fact that we're going with his parents. This is so fucking bonkers. And before long, it was Christmas Day. It was no wonder Harumi was speechless. After our usual cafe meetup, I brought him to the theme park without telling him where we were going. He must have been baffled since we'd come to the theme park instead of his house party. This is where they're doing that At Saga collaboration. It sure is. Here's your present. This is an entry pass with an Odd Saga pass case. This is for me? But today is supposed to be... The director, your father, decided on this. My father? We're talking to him, and you didn't tell me? If I did, it wouldn't be a surprise. Well, sure, but when did you become so friendly with him? It was super hard keeping this under wraps. So conflicted. It'll be fine. Besides, it's only one part of the surprise. Huh? His parents arrived with perfect timing. I waved to them as they came over to join us. I'm not sure. Ta-da! Your parents are chaperoning our date! It's gonna be real awkward! I mean, seriously. Especially because he just does not look happy to be here and he's wearing a suit. Also, when you go to a theme park, you have to dress appropriately. It's always weird when I've gone to like theme parks before and I'm like, what fucking bitch wears wedgie heels or high heels to a theme park? Girls, seriously, you gotta be comfortable. And you want to wear like comfortable clothes and stuff, but you do not wear high heels to a theme park. And this is somebody who wears high heels often and top hats and shit. There are certain things you don't wear to a theme park. Like, well, how the fuck are you getting on a ride and high? Like, girl, no, stop that shit. That's crazy. And who the hell's walking around a theme park in high heels? Nah, that is not comfortable. Okay? I have comfortable heels, but not for walking around a theme park. I ain't walking like 10 fucking miles in heels. My sneakers are uncomfortable by the end of the day. Good God. Crazy ass bitches. So funny. So, like, poor Harumi, they're like, well, you're wearing your college sweater and your dad's wearing a suit. Nobody is dressed for this. They weren't going to change the sprites, but still. Mother? Father? Is it really so startling? It's beyond startling. I wish I'd had some forewarning. If you had, it wouldn't be a surprise. Spacey just said that. It's been a while since I've attended a theme park. How many years has it been? Harumi buried his face in his hands while his mother stood next to him with shimmering eyes. It's definitely been a while. Well, wait, was that his mother? Oh, that was his mother. I didn't realize. I saw Makino and it was gray. That was Haruka. That's his mother. It's been a while since I've been attended a theme park. How many years has it been? That was his mom, sorry. I haven't been with Spacey since our last date, so I've been excited for today. Now it's like a double date, isn't it? I haven't been with Spacey since our last date. We had a date with his mom, what?
I suppose? Father, you're blushing.
He didn't realize it was a double date, dude.
Do not tease your father. Consider it payback.
Come on, let's go inside. It's all lit up so beautifully. I like his mom. After that, we all entered through the theme park's gates into an Otsaga-themed Christmas wonderland. Oh my god, we actually get a theme park background!
What should we do first?
Roller coaster? Haunted house? We have to watch the parade. That's so stupid. That's the answer, and I don't want to do it. Watch the parade. Oh, whatever. Let's go watch the parade. They'll have Otsaga characters, and I read they'll recreate the key scenes. Oh yeah, Harumi would love that, so okay.
We definitely need to see that. Where would be the best seats to watch?
Over there. There's a spot with a good view.
Let's hurry. I want us to get good seats.
3 hours later. It's fine. Wait up!
Sorry, I got too excited. I just wanted to make sure you'd have a good view, too.
Yeah, me too. Let's go.
We'd better catch up to them.
Oh, that was his mother. We'd better catch up to them. I just see him, and then the gray box, and I think it's him talking because his mother doesn't have a Sprite.
Yes, so many people of all demographics have come to see this. It appears I have misjudged things.
What was that, dear? His mom's just excited she gets to go on a roller coaster again.
Darn. If only I'd raised my hand, I could have gotten that collab merch for volunteers.
Harumi groaned, fist clenched by his sides. True. Having to get up on stage and dance would have been embarrassing.
Right. I need to put it behind me so we can enjoy the rest.
Yeah, there's so much more to see and do.
So that's the Otsaga he enjoys so much. The parade was quite lively.
The dancing and set were both beautiful.
So this is what young people are drawn to these days. It was illuminating. I'm starting to get hungry. What about you?
Me too. Wait, where are your parents?
They said they were getting tired, so they went to rest on that bench over there.
Okay, then I guess it's just us.
Let's go find some food.
Actually, there should be a shop that's part of the collaboration around here.
Spacey!
I'm gonna go buy something. You wait here. I ran off.
Wait, what?
The theme park was starting to get crowded. If we were just buying food, it'd be faster to go alone. I bought 2 types of donuts from the stand I had in mind, but when I got back, Harumi was nowhere to be seen. Now, where did he go? The stand looked pretty close on the map, but was actually on the far side of a construction zone, which delayed me. Well, I better find him. I called his phone and located him nearby.
He's so pouty. I would have gone with you, you know.
Sorry, I thought it wouldn't take so long. We better find your parents. We've kept them waiting a while.
About that.
Yeah?
Father said we should do our own thing and meet up later tonight. I told him to wait for you, but he went off somewhere with Mother.
Oh, they're going on the Ferris wheel so they can make out. I wish we could say that to Harumi. Maybe they're going on the Ferris wheel so they can make out and without us staring at them. And he's like, yeah. Keep that in your mind, Harumi. Your dad's taking your mom home to rock the boat a little, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, what? He said they were going to enjoy the theme park together since it's been a while since their last date, and we should do the same.
That is adorable and I love it. Oh, you were being considerate?
Who knows, but I'm happy I get to spend some time with you.
Me too. Alone. Oh, I almost forgot about the donuts. I got 2 different types, so you'd see all the art. Here. I offered one to Harumi.
Oh, thanks.
He looked surprised for a moment, but then... Nothing. It's just... I was offering it to you to take, but you ate it right out of my hand.
You're right. That was bad manners. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Actually, it feels kind of romantic. We're like, look at this cute donut, takes a bite. I was saving that!
True, since my parents aren't around. Wait, so doesn't that make this a date?
I guess it is. I mean, his dad did say double date, or his mom. Somebody said double date, so it made me a little nervous. And yet the happiness I felt overcame my nerves. This feels like something couples would do. Yeah, because couples go to, like, theme parks all the time in Japanese media. Not so much in American media, because, like, there's not theme parks all over the place, so it's not, like, easy to get to. You know what I mean? For me, there's one, like, 2 or 3 hour drive, but, you know. That's actually pretty close, to be fair. Actually, I think when I lived in New England, Canopy Lake wasn't that far away. Couple of hours. But you know what I mean? Most people, it's like, it's a long-ass drive to a theme park. You know, it's not like, I just hopped on the train for like 20 minutes, you know? So like, that's because we're actually a couple. You're right. Not that I forgot, but I know. Sometimes it doesn't feel real and I think it's all a dream. Should I pinch you to wake you up? Maybe later. I need to prepare myself. For a pinch? I'm kidding. The reality of it just makes me happy. Too. Anyway, I didn't notice before, but now that I look around, this place is full of couples. Well, it is Christmas after all. Look at all those couples. So packed. Rumi looked a little overwhelmed. I glanced at all the people walking past us. Many were walking side by side. They all looked like they were having fun, standing shoulder to shoulder. It was a beautiful sight. They're standing so close together. I suppose getting close is a part of being on a date. Maybe we should. Why don't we hold hands? Since we're on a date and everything. Oh, okay. The only time we'd held hands was when we were walking back from Anafight. Last time we couldn't find each other's hand. I remember that. I had no idea what to do and my hand kept wandering around. But we managed it after a while. I was surprised at how small your hand was. I enjoyed it though. Sometimes I don't know what to do except blush at what he says. It's kind of funny because we've kissed and everything, but now it's like holding hands is like, oh my god. Wait, that's not the point right now. I need to focus. Does his frickin' scarf says bee's knees box? It does say bee's knees. I noticed it had words on it like in the last part or like the first time we saw him in the scarf or whatever, but I was just like, wasn't paying too much attention, but now it says bee's knees, and that's pretty funny. That scarf is the bee's knees! I love it. We'll do better this time, I'm sure of it. As I said that, I moved in closer and reached out with my hand to hold his. I can't find it. I groped through the air fruitlessly. It's surprisingly difficult. I wonder how everyone else does this so naturally. They're not nerds. It's worth researching. They probably look, hey, let me grab your hand, instead of like staring off in the other direction. You glance down and grab the person's hand. I think it's too hard tackling this head on. Let's observe how others do it first. That sounds reasonable. Oh my god. We're such dweebs. We should be enjoying ourselves and instead we're researching how people hold hands. Are we robots? I looked around until I found a suitable target. Oh, look at them! A couple was hugging each other to the side of the path. Their arms tightly enveloped one another. They didn't seem to notice the cold. Well, because they're a body heat. I don't think I can do that in public. It was too much romance for beginners like us. How about those two? Rumi gestured to a couple that were showing the Christmas spirit by exchanging gifts. It looks like a ring? He's proposing. It's a bit early for that. But see, he's thinking about it, though. He's like, it's a little too soon for that! But you're thinking that at some point we'll get there. That's nice. Good to know! Huh? Nothing! Nothing, ignore them. That's too much for a novice like me. He's like, it's a bit soon for that. We're like, huh? Nothing? We continue to... Oh, no, you know what? I was gonna keep going, but it's like, we need to stop. We're at time. We're over time. Again. And this time when my software shut down, I again reinstall. I feel like I need to just install it every time I want to run it, because that's the only way it works. So that's a pain in the ass, but like, whatever. Anyway, I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't record anymore tonight, but we'll see what happens. Do I give it a third chance, a fifth chance, an 18th chance tomorrow when I try to record stuff? I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.